Okay, so this run was taken from my Twitch stream, so that's why its quality is a bit lower, and also you can see the chat on screen. Uh, so the idea for this run was to go for some worms, and not just one worm, but multiple worms, because I hadn't done that before. And the idea was to get like maybe double or even triple worm, and then buy like sushi or pizza or salad or something, and it hits all the worms and buffs everything. And that would be really cool. But turns out Worm kind of sucks in this game. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's not good. I would probably put it in like D tier or something. It's really bad. So the problem with Worm is that you have to invest everything into scaling the worm. Like you're not going to be able to buy pretty much anything else, and it's not even that great unless if you can get it to level 2. And it's especially not great if you can't get like an early worm too. So that would be really helpful. If you can maybe get like a turn 5 worm and you already have a rabbit, maybe there's a chance where it kind of works out. But most of the time, you pretty much never want to take a worm on turn 7, I would say. So that's my advice for you. So the scaling, when you buy food, you're pretty much only buying food on that turn, and you're not going to be able to actually level anything up. And so you're scaling. I mean, there's a chance you could get like a penguin, but it's probably very unlikely. I think penguin's the best in the game. It's so many free stats that doesn't cost anything, and it's probably not going to work with worm too well unless if you really get lucky and get like everything to level 2 without rolling. But probably not going to happen. Instead, I would say just don't go worm and go like penguin monkey if you really want to win. But who wants to win all the time? It's not like it's not the most important thing in life, you know. I just want to have fun. Anyway, so got a pretty good start. Got some otters. Got early ox, which means I can pill a lot of things in front of it. Mostly, probably flamingos and spiders. But pilling spiders in front of ox on turns 3 and 4 I think is really good because there's a lot of good tier 3s, plus you're getting some free stats. So why not go for it? And you can see we already have an 8-7 with melon armor. That is very far ahead and pretty nice. I think snails, so you can freeze snails for like a turn, but I usually don't recommend keeping them frozen for more than that because they're not really that big of an advantage anymore. And unless if you get maybe like 2 or 3 snails, like 3 snails, it's probably worth throwing early on, but I don't think it's really worth it for 2 or anything like that. And yeah, so I got a turtle, got a flamingo, just need a bunch of pills. I guess I could just read chat. Well, even though I've already read chat in the past, I can just read chat again. What is chat even saying? The suboptimal guy is live right now. Gonna go watch them? Oh, dang. Well, too bad. Early squirrel. So I guess there is some synergy to take a squirrel if I'm planning on going worm. I don't know. I don't remember what I actually do here. Do I take the squirrel? The suspense is killing me. Okay, I do. Wow. Alright, so I take a squirrel. Like, I honestly think squirrel needs to be buffed. It's probably one of the worst units in the game. And I think they could make it like a tier 3, and that would be okay. And then they should maybe make like a turtle a tier 4 or something like that, since melon armor is really good. Although, who knows? Maybe that would break the game somehow. It would maybe make food builds a little more interesting, because then you can have worm, squirrel, and rabbit. Well, I guess squirrel and rabbit unlocked on turn 5. You could get like a squirrel on turn 3, which would be very strange. But yeah, so I got 2 pairs out of it, which is pretty good. Pretty much saving 2 gold, which is the equivalent of like, I don't know, buying a swan and then selling it. Well, I guess that's only 1 gold extra, but yeah, I don't know. The point is, the squirrel can do something, but it's usually very rare and RNG dependent. Like, what are the odds that 2 pairs appear on the shop? Most of the time, you're going to get, like, honey and, like, an apple or something, and it's not going to be very helpful. But yeah, I got a penguin, which is great scaling, but if I'm going to be planning on going worm, it's probably not going to help out too much unless if I can get a level 2 worm really quickly, which the odds are not great. And, let's see, level 2 mosquito, and I get a monkey. Wow. So, this is the run that I'm trying to go worm when I get penguin and monkey? Alright, well, I don't know. The game just wanted me to not do this, but I go for it anyway. I get the worm, which means we get to scale the worm quite a bit. I get those pairs that only cost 2 gold, nice. And the monkey's also going to be buffing it, so it's going to be a 7-8. So one of the problems, I guess, with going worm is that its stats can be pretty uneven because if you buy a rabbit, then obviously its health is going to be much higher than its attack. And also, you usually want to buy a lot of cows with worm. That's like the biggest advantage is if you can somehow find a lot of cows, then things will really work out because the worm will scale pretty quickly. But if you have like worm and rabbit and cow, then you're gaining +1, +3. You're going to hit like, I don't know, 50 health pretty quick, and you're going to have like 20 or 30 attack, and that's not really a great combo. It's nice to have really high attack to be able to punch through melon armor later, but I get a cow. Very nice. It's too bad, so if you buy a squirrel and freeze the milk, it doesn't actually save any money. And also, I wish the squirrel could actually make things cost less than free. Like, it could give you a gold back when you buy food. I think that would make it really fun, and like, going for multiple squirrels is usually pretty pointless. You can get a level 3 squirrel, things cost free, but then if you buy another squirrel, it does absolutely nothing, and it kind of ruins the fun. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be too OP, although I highly doubt it since going like double squirrel seems like a terrible idea. But it could make for some more fun meme runs. And I guess it could run into the problem that like the sauropod used to have, where it didn't have a limit on the triggers, I think. So back a while ago, you could farm like 500 gold if you had a bunch of sauropods and you just kept buying food. And I guess we wouldn't want that to happen. Alright, so the worms, it's got pretty decent stats. I do lose this round, but we've got double worm, it got 2 lives, got penguin, so if I can get these worms to level 2, they will scale pretty nicely. And now it's a little bit up to food RNG in the shop. So there's only 2 slots. It's turn 11. Your odds of finding the food that you want are pretty low, but we did get a chocolate, so a little bit lucky there. And a cat. Wow. Okay, well, a cat goes really well with this food build. The problem is I would probably have to sell penguin, which is the automatic scaling, so that's going to kind of suck. But I imagine that cat is better than penguin. At least level 1 penguin for sure. Like level 2 penguin, especially like level 3 penguin is just, it's insane. But level 1 penguin is probably sellable for a cat here. And this team's, I guess, not that bad. We got melon armor on 3 of our strongest units. We do have this useless 2/2 worm that hasn't really worked out too well. And now I try scaling the worm. This is not what you want to do. Like, trying to invest in 2 things when you have worm is not a good idea, but I guess I decided not to go cat and just keep penguin. Okay. And hopefully get it to level 2. But since okay, wow, got pretty lucky, managed to get a penguin in the shop. If I freeze foods, then I have less of a chance to see chocolate, of course. And I decided to freeze a seal. That is strange. So I didn't take cat, but I'm freezing a seal. I'm pretty sure cat is just better, right? I don't know what I was thinking, but I guess the idea is to go for pure satisfaction and like buy a sushi, have it hit the worm, have it hit the other worm, and have it hit the seal. That would be like the dream situation. I highly doubt that is going to happen. Wait, so I buy a pair on the worm here. I guess it's equivalent to buying onto a level 1 seal. So level 2 worm, pretty much the same as a level 1 seal, except you're investing in 1 unit instead of getting like more wide scaling. It's kind of interesting. I mean, going worm with penguin kind of works out because you'll have like 1 big unit and the other ones will kind of scale. But I feel like this rarely happens where you actually get a lot of level 2s on your team and get level 2 penguin. I feel like we just got a bit lucky. And also, I don't think like selling that ox for this seal just seems like a terrible idea. Double sushi though. That's pretty cool. And now what? Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Wait, really? I sold a level 2 penguin? That's madness. To buy sushi, just so it hits the worms and the seals. I can't even believe it. What have I done? And then, okay, I decided to buy salad, because it's going to hit the seal and the worm. Nice. So, +1/+1 that's from the salad, but then we get another +1/+1 from the seal, and a +2/+2 from the worm, so it's like we got 3 salads for 1 there. That's pretty cool. And we lose. Okay, well, they had an actual team. I can't believe it. How did we lose to an actual team? That's not fair. More sushi. Could be good. Oh, and it hits all 3 of the things. That's perfect. So 1 sushi gives us +1/+1 3 times, so that's 6 stats. We hit the worm, so 4 more. The other worm, 4 more. The seal uh, is 4 more. Right, it's the same. Okay, so that's 12 extra stats. So we pretty much got 2 extra sushis there. That's very nice. 2 free sushis. I guess it ended up kind of being the same as salad-ish. Oh, but we lose on 9 wins. Who would have thought that actually going for seal and worm didn't work out? Yeah, people are just too good in arena now. It's harder to win with meme builds like this. It was also a 4 squad. I had a worm frozen in the shop, but didn't get a chance to use it. So there we go. You know, it doesn't always work out. Sometimes your memes aren't dreams, and it fails. But, you know, anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.